Hello folks, and welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to try and find the optimum audio level settings in the Canon EOS M50 to use with my Boya BY MM1 PRO. So stay tuned, see what we find out. So guys, the Boya BY MM1 PRO is a dual capsule microphone. So let me just sort of try and give you a little sort of a view from here. So it's a bit far away, but it's a dual capsule microphone, guys. There are several manufacturers that make them, Boya, Deity, I think Movo make them, but a dual capsule microphone. So the idea being, guys, is that, again, I don't know when it's going to show, but is a microphone at either end. Now I have done a video about this, so I'll try and link it somewhere. But the general idea with microphones like this, guys, is that if you're doing a vlog, or if you're pointing the camera at a subject and you want to do a commentary about what you're looking at, so that the audio is picked up by the rear microphone, and the audio from whatever the subject you're looking at is picked up by the front microphone. So that's the sort of general idea. Now on the last set of videos I did, I think when we were on holiday, I noticed that the audio was extremely quiet on both the Canon EOS M50 and my Sony AX53 camcorder. Now in previous videos and sort of messing about I'd done with it, I'd sort of messed about with the settings, but I hadn't spent a lot of time doing it. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to actually try and find the best levels. Now I will admit, guys, I've already let's say I've already done that to a certain extent. So I believe I found the best levels. So what I'd like you guys to do is, when I've put the video up, is for you to sort of give me your opinions. But what I will do in this video is just sort of try and show sort of either way what the difference being on the levels. So at the moment, guys, I'm using the Rode Wireless Go. So the plan is I'm going to move the camera to here and point that way, so you'll be just looking at the wall, and I'm going to sort of set the levels, or change the levels on the camera. So the idea being, by having the camera pointing that way, I will be talking into the rear microphone, and I shall have it at, I don't know, a sort of a vlogging distance, which may be 12-18 inches. So hopefully, but I can set the levels on the rear microphone, because that is going to be the closest. I don't want to have it that too quiet, because you won't be able to hear the voice out too loud. That's just going to overdrive everything. So the idea is to try and set the levels on the rear microphone, and then, well, we'll see what happens in a noisy environment when the front microphone is being used. But anyway, guys, so enough of this waffle. What I'll do is just turn the camera. I'm going to point it that way, so all we're going to be is looking at the wall, and I'm going to just basically talk into the microphone just with the rear capsule activated, trying a couple of different levels. And what I will do is activate the front and rear capsule just to see if that changes the volume level, guys. So if you just sort of bear with me while I swap everything around, and then we'll try the test. So guys, I've now swapped the camera around, and I am talking into the rear capsule of the Boya BY MM1 PRO. Now the microphone levels are exactly the same as they were with the Wireless Go, so I can tell straight away the meters on the camera are hardly registering. So the Wireless Go is a powered microphone, so this one isn't a powered microphone, so we're not getting much of a signal into the camera. But anyway, guys, we are on the rear capsule of the Boya BY MM1 PRO, and we're at a vlogging distance, so which is about 12 to 18 inches away. So here we go. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So guys, we've now increased the audio level to the next increment on the Canon EOS M50, which is about halfway. So it's about halfway on the meter. So I can see that it's registering a lot more, but still pretty low on the meter. So we are halfway on the Canon EOS M50's audio meter, so that's sort of in the middle. I said I did try and show you the meter. I might be able to take a couple of pictures of what we were sat at, guys, but at the minute I'm just sort of talking so we can get an idea of the audio level. So I am at vlogging distance from the microphone. We have no wind filter or anything on the microphone, and we're just on the rear microphone. So Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, that lamb was sure to go. So guys, this is the rear microphone, the rear capsule on the Boya BY MM1 PRO. So what we do is now, guys, I'm going to go to maximum, which is above what I think the audio level should be, and then we'll come back to what I hope to be the best audio level. So there you are, guys, we are still on the rear capsule of the Boya BY MM1 PRO and through the Canon EOS M50. So just bear with me, guys, while we try the next level. So guys, I've now increased the audio level to maximum on the Canon EOS M50. So just so I can see at the audio meter, we are definitely going to be clipping or overdriving the microphone. It's dancing around and moving the meters into the yellow, so we are definitely overdriving. So this is the maximum that the Canon EOS M50's audio level will go to. So I can see that that is definitely, or I've just gone into the red, so I can see that is definitely too high. So once again, Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So we are, guys, this is the Boya BY MM1 PRO, its rear capsule into my Canon EOS M50, and the audio levels are set at maximum. I will just do a little bit of a silent test now. Just wanted to see at maximum what sort of background noises it will pick up. So just bear with me, guys. I'm just going to do a little bit of silence. So there you go, guys, that's a little bit of a silence. There are people in the gardens local to us, so I think you probably hear them. But anyway, guys, I can obviously, going by the meters, this is way too high. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is set this at an audio level to which I think will work for the rear capsule on the microphone. So just bear with me, guys. So guys, here we are. This is now set at the level that I believe to be okay. Just checking the meters. It is just perhaps, it's just jumping into the yellow just a little bit, so it still might be a little bit high, so it might want lowering just a little bit, but this is the level that I think would be okay. So if you remember, guys, the first setting was the same as the wireless Go. Then we went, the next one up would have been level 2. We then went right to maximum on the meter, then we've come back, so this is level 3. So at a vlogging distance, it's still clipping just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just drop it just perhaps a couple of increments down and see what that's like, guys. So if you just bear with me, but I think we're pretty close. So guys, here we are. I've now dropped the level just a little bit. I still think it's maybe a little bit high, but we've come down 2 increments from level 3, but I still think it's just perhaps a little bit too high. We don't really want to be, I don't know, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys, for now, and listen to back on the computer. But we are probably, I don't know, it's difficult to tell, but I think the good starting point would be level 3, and then maybe drop down a couple of increments, guys. So at the moment, that is what I'm going to be trying out. Now I don't know when you've got audio from the front microphone, whether that will overdrive or maybe not. I don't know, guys, but at the minute we're set what I think to be a good level. As I said, guys, I'd like your input on this to see if you think that it should go down a little bit lower. But what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to switch on the front and rear microphone and see if that affects any of the audio levels and maybe changing the sound. Now obviously guys, I'm in my conservatory in here, so it's going to be very echoey and a lot of reverb, so sort of bear that in mind guys when you listen to the audio back. It's not going to be the best settings. But anyway guys, you just bear with me. Oh, I'll do one more test, sorry I forgot that. So here we go. Mary had a little lamb, she also had a bear. Aha! I've often seen a lamb but never seen a bear. So I think, as I said guys, that's the audio level that I think I'm going to choose based upon the levels of the rear microphone. But I will now activate the front capsule, because that would be as in a vlogging style, vlogging setup guys. So if you just bear with me while I do that one. So guys, I've now got the front and rear microphone activated. I'm just checking the audio meters while I'm talking. I don't know, they seem to be perhaps a little bit lower. I still believe that the levels could come down slightly, but until I actually hear it back on the computer, it's difficult to tell whether it's still overdriving. But I think I could possibly come down a couple more notches. So what I'm going to do guys, now we've got the front and rear microphone activated, we'll do just a quick audio test again. So Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, that lamb was sure to go. So what I'm going to do now guys is just the audio, I'm going to lower the audio levels just a little bit more now with the front microphone and rear microphone activated, and just see, I still think it might be a little bit overdriving, clipping or whatever you want to call it. I'm no audio expert, so let's just lower the settings a bit more guys. So guys, one last test. So I've just dropped it down another increment, so what can we call that, 2.75? So as I said, I will put a photograph up of the final level settings, but at the moment we're on, well I would say it was 2.75 or 3.75. Anyway, I'll put a picture up guys, but I think this is, it's difficult to tell. I may even, I'm going to do something a bit radical now. I'm going to actually come down quite a way now and actually see what happens and see if this is any better guys. So Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So what I'm going to do now guys is I'm going to drop it down perhaps a little bit more. To my mind it's still overdriving a little bit guys, so let's drop it down once more. So guys, I've now dropped this down to 2.5. But I think it's going to be a little bit too quiet. So I've dropped it down to 2.5, which yes, I don't know. So this is going to be the last test in this configuration. So we're on 2.5. So if you guys could let me know in the comments whether you think this is a good level, or which level you think would work better. As I said, I'm not an audio expert, so I don't know quite what I'm doing. Anyway guys, so this is the last setting in this position. I said it's, if I look at the meters now on the I'm actually using my tablet to do the meters. If I look at the tablet, it's to my looking on the tablet's meter, it's a little bit quiet. So I reckon if this 2.5 could be a little bit quiet, it's probably within the ballpark. So 2.5, probably 2.5 is probably the lowest that I'd want to go with this microphone, and maybe the 3 would be the highest. I don't know. Anyway guys, so one last time, Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, that lamb was sure to go. So this is the last test. So this is with the front and rear microphone, which is probably generally where I'm going to be using it. So this is with the front and rear microphone activated, which is how it's always going to be used guys. I know I've just said that, I'm just trying to do as much dialogue as possible so we can get an idea. So one last time, Canon EOS M50 with the Boya BY MM1 PRO, which is a dual capsule microphone, and we are using the front and rear microphones. So what I do now guys is I'm going to turn everything around, put the camera in my usual position, and sort of still use this microphone to see, you know, as an example, what it would be like using the front capsule facing me. So just bear with me guys while we swap everything around. So guys, one last test with the Canon EOS M50 and the Boya BY MM1 PRO dual capsule microphone. So I haven't changed any of the audio settings in the camera whatsoever. We are still at 2.5 I believe, but I haven't changed any audio settings, but we're now in a I won't say a vlogging setup, but we are now using the front and rear capsules of the microphone. So in theory the rear microphone will be picking up a little bit of the audio, but I'll tell you what I will do. As a little side experiment, we'll go to front capsule only and then rear capsule only to see what happens. But anyway guys, I think I'm going to leave the audio level set at this. As I said, it's difficult to try and judge because I want the rear capsule obviously to pick up my voice if I'm doing a commentary, but obviously I want the front capsule to pick up the audio from whatever I'm videoing, but I don't want them to overdrive or clip or anything like that. Anyway, so as a little experiment guys, I'm going to we'll do, what should we do first? We'll do front capsule only, and then rear capsule, and then back to the dual capsules, see what we sound like guys. So I'm looking at the microphone, not you guys, sorry. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do guys, front, rear and back to normal. Anyway guys, bear with me. So guys, there's a bonus test here now. So we are now on the front microphone of the Boya BY MM1 PRO, the front microphone only. So I'm hoping the sound will change. So I don't know, will it become more echoey as we're getting reverb or less reverb? So as I said guys, we're in the conservatory, so it's going to be very echoey, very reverby in here. That's why I tend to use the little lav mics in here, but we are on the front microphone only, so that it will be reverby. But let's see what it sounds like guys. So Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. So at the minute guys, there's no other real noise. There might be a little background noise in here, but nobody much out in the gardens at the minute because we've had a bit of a rainstorm, so I think it's a bit wet. Anyway guys, so I'm just looking at the meters down here. Seems a little bit lower, difficult to tell. When I see it in the editing software, that might show everything guys. Anyway, so this is now the front microphone. So what I'm going to do guys is now switch it to the rear microphone, and then we'll go back to the dual microphones for a quick little listen, and then we'll come back with the summary guys. So rear microphone coming up. So guys, here we are, we're now on the rear microphone of the Boya BY MM1 PRO, and I can tell it's definitely working, but it's going to be very quiet for you guys. It's only just moving the meters on the tablet, so it's going to be definitely very quiet, but it's shown that it actually is working, and there is a difference between the two audio sort of sounds, because yes, I'm definitely picking up something, but not very good. Anyway, so no point in waffling on too much guys, because you ain't going to hear nothing. But Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, that lamb was sure to go. So guys, here we are back on the front and rear microphone. So again, straight away I can see that the audio levels have increased. So there we are guys, that's the audio from the Boya BY MM1 PRO. So if you could let me know in the comments which you think is the better one. As I said, I'm no audio expert. You might even hear the cat meowing in the background, I don't know. But anyway guys, I'm just going to switch back to the Rode Wireless Go, so I must remember to change the settings, otherwise that's just going to blast everything into oblivion. Anyway guys, so just bear with me, and we'll come back for a little summary and my thoughts guys, so be back shortly. So guys, here we are back on the wireless go. So definitely audio is going to be a little bit different now. So yes, audio levels on the Canon EOS M50. Well, to be honest, I was not expecting it to have to push it as high. But again, until I actually listen to it in the editing software and see what that's actually sounding like with the headphones on, etc., to what it's going to be like. But hopefully we're going to come somewhere near the sweet spot, as it were, guys. Again, sort of testing it in here is not going to give a perfect example, because when we're outside, guys, obviously there's going to be noises coming from the front microphone as well as the rear microphone, so it's probably not the ideal scenario and the ideal situation, but I think it's certainly given me a good starting point of the audio levels. As I said in previous videos that I've done with this, I think I definitely had everything set way too low, so hopefully now that I've sort of got a bit better of a level, and maybe it's within the sort of area that I can reduce it in the editing software, if it doesn't sound too bad. I don't know which would be better. Would it be better to have a higher output from the camera and lower it in the editing software, or slightly lower in the camera and push it up in the editing software? Because again, I'm no audio expert, so oops, I kicked the table. I'm in the dark there. So guys, anyway, that was a little audio test with the Canon EOS M50 and the Boya BY MM1 PRO. So I think next time is perhaps I'm going to try the same with the same microphone on the Sony AX53 camcorder. Whether I'll record that, I don't know. Perhaps if you guys would like to see what results we get with the Sony AX53 camcorder, leave that in the comments and we'll have a go at that one. But I just wanted to basically test it in this one initially, and just to make sure everything was actually working. So I did have some doubts to whether the microphone was actually working, but it turns out that it was me all the time. Anyway guys, enough of this waffle, so I'm going to go and bung this in the editing software and see what it sounds like. So guys, if you could please leave your thoughts and comments below to which you think is better or worse, and then we'll sort of have a little tweak with that. But I think next time is we're going to go out and try this in more of a vlogging scenario and see what it works like. And again, as I said, I'll do it on the camcorder as well. That's probably what I'll be using more for proper video, so I might need it set up for that. Anyway guys, I'm waffling on, and we will endeavour to test it outside at some point. I don't know when that'll be, but I'll bring you along. Might be on a holiday, guys. Actually, that might be the perfect time to try it, when we're away on holiday again. Anyway, enough of this inane drivel. Thanks for watching this one, guys, and we will catch you on the next one. So until then, stay safe. Bye bye for now.